What is up, lovey dovey's? I am broadcasting from the center of the forest. I am atop a fairy mound. It's like 3 or 4 feet high. I came here before I made a video, and I noticed that the wand that I found over here was still there from last time. So I took it as a sign that I would go on and do the video here today. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled our cards. We pulled from the Romance Angels Oracle deck, as always, by Doreen Virtue. And I like our cards for the week. They start off a little jolting, but I think it's hopeful even within the unpleasantry of the card. So the first card was Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. I think that this vibe to me is people may be presenting in a way that's maybe not really truly telling to how they feel fully, because maybe they're just nervous or trying to put up like a false sense of like too cool for school, or I don't know, they might be trying to just be tactical instead of just authentic. And so, yeah, I mean, maybe don't judge a book by its cover right away. I mean, look for obviously like major red flags, but I think before you write people off, I think it's a good idea to just get to know who they are as a person before you make assumptions, because I myself have been misjudged many times, and so I want to be careful not to misjudge other people. And also to, practice just acceptance of others, generally speaking, in life, and not to try to bubble myself off in an echo chamber. And I think that we all need to make an effort to do the same, to stretch ourselves to be sort of friends with people who maybe we wouldn't normally be friends with. But I think we need to start making moves in the greater society towards unification and stop this divisive, like feeding the division demon, Somebody wanted me to talk about the local school shooting this week, and I really think I will. I'm going to do a separate video about it, I think, but it's just, I think that unity above all. It's so funny too, because I'm not like I'm patriotic, but like I'm not like America, but I care about our country and the Constitution. And it's so funny because it occurred to me the other day that like even in the Pledge of Allegiance, it's like united we stand and divided we fall. And as a country, as a whole country, we've forgotten that core tenet, one of our core credos that like kept us together to help us get our sovereignty from the crown, from England. United we stand, divided we fall, and we're definitely divided in every way, as a country, as a planet. More and more, I just try to look at the world as one big family of human beings. We're all in it together. I don't care what country you're from. I don't care what you believe or what your religion is or what you look like or how you identify. I don't really care. I'm just like, I just see you as a person, as a human being, as your energy, as you present, how you choose to show up, So I don't know, I think I'll say more maybe later, but however, someone is wearing a mask in this relationship. And so, people do wear masks because they don't feel like they'll be accepted. They don't feel that someone could be open to, I don't know, entertaining the company of someone that, fill in the blank, it could be a million things. So just, maybe take off your mask, and maybe it'll help the others do the same. And do it with a sense of playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. So yeah, take the mask off, be authentic, allow yourself to be a little vulnerable and be real, and just be playful about it, you know, have fun. Be playful in spirit. There's no buzzkill like not playfulness. Like, so yeah, be, you know, flirty and fun and open to life's romance and magic and whimsy and charm. Be warm and accepting and inviting. Um, and yeah, like give a little, take a little, and be gracious in the giving and receiving, and be welcoming and inviting. And if you want to reach out to someone, reach out. Like, just don't overthink it. Like, try to just meet life at a playful moment right now, especially your romantic life. I mean, everybody's been just run through the ringer. I mean, so many people have been asking me questions about, oh my God, like, is it just me, or is everyone having such, like, coming to a roaring boiling point in life, and maybe even multiple areas in life? And I'm like, yeah, no, it's everyone. There's so many reasons why. And I've just been talking about them in all my videos, and like the new moon workshop, we talked a lot about a lot of things, so that will probably be helpful for you to go back and watch. But yeah, life has been crazy for everyone right now. And I think that spring is coming, a sense of hopefulness is in the air, and oh my God, a little playfulness could do us all good. Me and my friend Charity went out for just a really good meal last night, and we just did it up. I mean, we indulged. I had this like squishy like bread, it was like a warm and fluffy like pizza dough bread that looked like Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs. So delicious. And then you pulled the hunk of bread and you like made that like a sort of a bread glove that you used to grab a hunk of like ricotta cheese that was like drenched in olive oil, and you ate it all together. That with like pizza and cucumber salad. She wanted to split a pizza. I was like, look, I'm just gonna get really territorial about having a whole pizza here. I know I'm not gonna finish it, but I just want to take it home. We started with like a mixture of fine olives. It was really good. I needed it. I love a good meal. Okay, so, and you know, I know it feels really scary and vulnerable to just put yourself out there with the playfulness, especially if you're getting the response of this. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's so many videos out there these days. I randomly had a video that was like presented to me on YouTube, and it was like some weird like male like masculine mindset tactic to like basically like break down a woman's ego and like control what like she's doing and thinking. And it's like, man, I mean, there's a difference between just wanting to know what, you know, people find attractive and like what gets like good chemistry going, and there's a really big difference from like trying to control everyone's move. I mean, at that point, what's the difference between that and like just using black magic against someone? Think about it. So yeah, everybody has a free will. Everybody's free will choice should be respected. So I don't know. I just think that, yes, it's good to, you know, play with flirtatiousness and play with that give and take and everything. But like, don't cross a line into like deep deceptive behaviors or like trying to over control. I think everybody's just like really ready for just like genuine goodness, splendor, fun, the fun of like, God, the rush of like romance coming back into your life. Wouldn't that be nice? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I say just be romantic in general and play with life. And the more that you're in that vibe, the more that you're fine tuning and like really setting the dial in on that radio station to send out the signal. And the more that you feel romanced in life, oh my God, like I just had a butterfly floating around me, should come back. The more romanced that you feel, you know, in life, just with yourself, the more that life will bring you things that match that frequency, right? Like little butterflies landing on you in the forest. And I mean, look how beautiful the forest is. It's just like spring is starting to come back to life. The trees are budding. Like there's just like deer and fawn everywhere coming through my yard and stuff, little mushrooms and things. Oh my God, last night I was on the way back from the grocery store, no, I was on the way back from like hanging out with Charity, and I saw two coyotes, and they were actually quite beautiful. It was wild and feral. It was really kind of cool, but yeah, they were just like running through the neighborhood, and I kind of took a second turn to like go try to like just watch them for a minute with my window down. But yeah, they were pretty big. There was two of them, but they looked pretty healthy, and like they had like nice fluffy coats, so they looked really young. But yeah, I don't know. It was pretty neat, pretty startling to see that. But it's so funny because the thing with the coyote is that the coyote was the trickster. And I was like, it's interesting that, because like sometimes I'll see one coyote, and I think it warns me about coyotes. But like this was two coyotes, and I was like, huh, interesting. It takes two to play at this game. So it's like, take off your mask and the other person might take off theirs too. There's more than one person wearing a mask in the situation here. So, you know, there's a pair of coyotes, and this was like, it's so funny because they were identical. These two coyotes were like definitely like a pair, but they were like they looked exactly the same. Yeah, so think positively, get yourself in the state of feeling how you want to feel. Get really clear in the vision of like what kind of relationship you're ready for. What are you calling in right now? What's the pace of it? You know, you want to meander and enjoy, right? So get conscious about what it's going to require from you to take it, you know, easy, to like enjoy the scenery as it unfolds and not just rush through or rush in. And then finally, let your friends help. Ask for and accept support from others. So yeah, find people that you trust, and then maybe get some advice about the situation from them. Be careful who you ask. They may have their own motives, so you know, be wise about that. Everybody has their own baggage when they answer questions about advice. They also have their own experience, which may not be anything like the experiences that you've had, which could be a good thing, but maybe they aren't quite understanding like the situation that you're in because they don't know where you're coming from. So let spirit lead you about which friends to open up to and which ones to get good advice from, and then maybe let your friends help you, right? Yeah, you just never know. I feel like there's a lot of potential for like really good things to happen right now, in many levels of everyone's life, professionally, aligning with your life purpose, you know, soulmates around the planet coming together. You know, it's just like the planet needs people who are trying to make it a better place, and those people need support, and they need each other, and they need to be happy. And so Spirit has been preparing us for all of this, and we needed to be on our own so we wouldn't be codependent. But a lot of us have been doing a lot of work to heal those things, and so now it's like we're prepared, and it's going to be like one of those situations where now that we've kind of come to a certain level of mastery on our own, the only way to go further now is to now be paired with someone who's like equally yoked, who's going to support you and challenge you, because that's a different set of challenges when you have to share life with someone else. So yeah, get clear about what you want and what you're ready for, and don't be afraid to take it slow, because yeah, I mean, the relationship develops quickly, and then you're in full commitment mode, and then, you know, so enjoy taking it slow, right? And let the things develop slowly and gradually so that they have solid foundations and infrastructures, and they're long lasting. All right, y'all, I am going to get back on the trail. It is a beautiful day. I am getting some much needed sun. I'm basically see-through right now. I'm a vapor, I'm a mist. And yeah, I'm gonna carry my little wand around, and I will see y'all later. And yeah, I am overall just devastated about the school shooting. It's just so tragic. I mean, everything, there's so much like tragedy in the world going on right now. I'm just devastated about things that are going on in Eastern Europe and so many places. And I've been crying a lot, and most days I'm like not finished crying before I have to go into work, and so for a lot of reasons, but the school shooting has definitely weighed really, 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 really heavy on me, and I just feel for everybody involved. Just so much sadness there. Yeah, there's a level of consciousness that you get to. I think it's at the level of Binah in Kabbalah, which is the supernal feminine energy. And one of the names for the supernal feminine energy is the dark, unfertile mother, because she's the gateway of life and death. You know, bringing life in the world, it also brings death. And so one of the experiences of, like, one of the sacred, like, initiative experiences of coming face to face and hand in hand with this dimension of the Godhead, it's called the Holy Vision of Sorrow. And that is when your ego and your heart are broken open because you have a vision of what the world could be, and you are stricken with the sadness of the reality of what it actually is. And, like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And so, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are having a brush with that right now as well. Yeah, sorry to end on a solemn note like that, but, you know, life is complex, and so, I don't know, we just have to learn to walk within a paradox of holding every day with, like, the sorrow in one hand and, you know, trying to continue to hold on to the joy and the inner peace in the other. Some days they're really both heavy to carry. So my prayers are going out to everyone, and yeah, talk to y'all later.